So you're planning a trip to Japan, and an onsen, a hot spring, is somewhere on your list. But before you even book anything, one question tends to stop people in their tracks.
If I have a tattoo, can I actually get in?
It's a fair question. And the honest answer isn't a simple yes or no. It's more nuanced than that. And by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to handle it.
We're also going to cover the one step almost everyone gets wrong the first time they use a Japanese bath, plus a few surprises, including a bath that gives you a tiny electric shock on purpose.
So let's start with the basics. What's actually the difference between an onsen and a sento? An onsen is a natural hot spring. The water comes from underground. It's naturally heated, and it usually contains minerals, which is part of why people travel specifically to visit one.
A sento, on the other hand, is a public bathhouse. Most use heated tap water, though some sento actually draw on real hot spring water too. You'll find them in neighborhoods all over Japanese cities.
Historically, sento existed because many homes didn't have their own bath. Today, people still go for the experience, and honestly, for the size of the tub alone.
The steps to get in are roughly the same at both. You take off your shoes at the entrance, pay or show your ticket, then head to the changing room. That's where you undress completely and store your things in a locker or basket.
And yes, completely. Swimsuits aren't worn in the bathing area itself. That surprises a lot of first-time visitors. But everyone's in the same situation. And honestly, no one is paying attention to anyone else.
One thing to watch for at the entrance: look for a curtain or sign with a color and a kanji character. Red usually marks the women's side, blue the men's. Baths in Japan are separated by gender, with very few exceptions.
One of those exceptions is konyoku, mixed gender bathing, found at a small number of onsens, mostly in rural or traditional areas. It's becoming rarer, and many of these places now offer separate hours or sections for women. But it's worth knowing the option exists.
At an onsen resort, you'll often find both an indoor bath and an outdoor one, called a rotenburo. At a neighborhood sento, it's usually a simpler, all-indoor setup with a few tubs at different temperatures.
From there, you walk into the bathing area. And that's where the one rule we mentioned comes in. Before you get into the tub, there's one step you can't skip. And it's the part most first-timers miss.
You wash your whole body thoroughly before you get in.
Along the wall, you'll find washing stations, a low stool, a handheld shower, and usually soap and shampoo. You sit down and wash everything, just like you would at home.
And I know what some people think when they hear this. Wait, am I considered dirty? Not at all.
It's not about that. It's about the fact that the bathtub is shared. Everyone who gets in afterward is sharing that same water. So washing first keeps it clean and pleasant for everyone, including you.
Once you frame it that way, it stops feeling like a strict rule and starts feeling like common courtesy. Honestly, it's a pretty considerate system.
And there's a bigger idea underneath it too. In Japan, once you step outside your home, that space is treated as shared. And there's an unspoken expectation to keep it clean and pleasant for whoever comes next.
You'll notice the same instinct on trains, in parks, pretty much everywhere. The bath is just one more example of it.
One more small thing. The little towel you're given. It's for washing and for a bit of modesty as you walk around, but it doesn't go into the bathtub itself. Most people fold it and set it on the side or rest it on their head.
Get that one step right. Wash first, towel out of the tub, and you're already doing better than most first-time visitors.
A couple of smaller details while we're here. If you have long hair, tie it up so it doesn't touch the water.
and phones and cameras stay in your locker. It's a shared space where everyone's undressed, so this one's less about rules and more about basic respect for the people around you.
Also, the water can be hotter than you expect, especially at an onsen. Ease in slowly rather than jumping straight in. And don't feel like you need to stay in for a set amount of time. A few minutes at a time with breaks is completely normal. Now, back to the question from the start, tattoos.
Some onsens and sento do still turn away guests with visible tattoos.
And here's the important part. This isn't just about certain groups today. Historically, in Japan, tattoos were used as a punishment, a mark literally branded onto criminals. That history runs deep, and it still shapes how a lot of people feel.
These days, attitudes are slowly shifting. More people, especially younger generations, see tattoos as fashion or self-expression. But even with that shift, the majority of Japanese people still feel uncomfortable seeing them, especially in a shared space like a bath.
So when a facility has a no tattoo policy, it's not some random outdated quirk. It's rooted in that history. It's their policy. And as a guest, it's meant to be respected.
That said, the landscape is changing. A growing number of onsens are tattoo-friendly, and many of them are listed on apps and travel sites specifically for that reason. Some places even offer cover stickers for smaller tattoos.
And there's an option that works no matter what. A private bath called kashikiri. You book the whole bath for your group for a set amount of time. No one checks, no one asks. It's just yours.
So, check the facility's policy first, look for tattoo-friendly options if you need them, and a private kashikiri bath is always a safe choice if you'd rather not worry about it at all.
Now, for something completely different, let's talk about the electric bath.
Yes, it's exactly what it sounds like. Some bathhouses have a section where a mild electric current runs through the water.
It's called denkiburo, and it's used by locals for sore muscles. You'll find it mostly at sentos in western Japan. It's much rarer in the east, so don't be surprised if you've never heard of it.
Is it safe?
We're not going to make a blanket claim either way. It's not something everyone should try. If you're curious, look into it a bit before you go and decide for yourself.
If you do try it, it usually starts as a faint tingling and gets stronger the closer you get to the metal plates in the tub. Most people just dip in a foot or a hand first.
And if electric baths aren't your thing, there's plenty else to enjoy. Many sento have a sauna paired with a cold plunge pool, which locals cycle between for the contrast.
And at onsen resorts, that outdoor Rotenburo we mentioned earlier is often the highlight of the whole visit, soaking in hot water while looking out at a garden, a forest, sometimes even snow falling around you.
So, quick recap. Onsen and sento follow a similar process to get in, but the water itself comes from different sources. Wash thoroughly before you get in the tub. It's about keeping shared water clean, not about you. And tattoo policies vary, rooted in a history that's worth respecting.
But there are options too. Tattoo-friendly onsens are growing, and a private kashikiri bath always works if you'd rather not think about it. And if you ever come across an electric bath, now you know exactly what it is.
Once you know these few things, a Japanese bath stops feeling like a test you might fail and starts feeling like one of the most relaxing parts of your trip.
If this helped, subscribe for more guides like this one. We cover the small details that make a big difference when you're traveling in Japan.
See you in the next video.